Without fail, every year I get an unfortunate call or two from a past client, family member, or friend saying, "Dre, what can I do to get my property tax bill reduced?" Well, there's not a lot, but there is one saving grace: the Florida Homestead Exemption and the Save Our Homes assessment limitations. I'll explain. Welcome to Dre's Take. So each year I try to inform folks about filing for their homestead exemption before the deadline of March 1st. And this year I wanted to start that reach out a little earlier to give you folks a little more time to get yourself situated before you get smacked with a property tax bill that doesn't have to be as high as it is. Now, Uncle Sam or the local tax collector is gonna get their pound of flesh no matter what, but we do have at least one tool to fight back. And as my granddad used to say, if all you've got is a bat, you better swing it. He never actually said that, but it sounded good. Anyway, so be sure to check the links in my weekly email for your respective county, or Google your county's property appraiser's website so that you can navigate to the Homestead Exemption tab and find out how to go about applying and receiving your homestead exemption before the March 1st deadline. So what is the homestead exemption? Well, in the state of Florida, if you own a primary residence, you can file for the homestead exemption, which is an up to $50,000 reduction in the assessed taxable value of your property. The first $25,000 of the exemption applies to all property taxes, while the remaining $25,000 is applied to non-school district taxes. This can result in some significant savings. The greatest amount of savings, however, come from the Save Our Homes assessment limitation component. The Save Our Homes assessment limitation limits the amount of increase your property's taxable assessment can go up to just 3% each year, or the percentage change in CPI, whichever is lower, either the percentage change in CPI or the 3%. Whichever is lower, that is the limit that your property's taxable or assessed value can increase each year. This can make all the difference in your property tax bill over the course of 5 or 10, 15, 20 years. That's why maybe your neighbor who's been there forever, her taxes may be $900 a year because she's been there since 1995. Yours are $4,000. Well, we can't get them down to $999, but what we can do is file for these homestead exemptions, get them applied to the property, and limit how much they increase every year going forward. This is a wonderful incentive that is offered by the state of Florida to incentivize people to make the Sunshine State their home state without the fear of being pushed out by ever-rising absurd property taxes, which can be viewed as a component of gentrification. So please heed my warning, and if you haven't already done so, please go file for your homestead exemption before the March 1st deadline. Whether you purchased a home in this past year, or you've purchased a home in years past and just hadn't gotten around to file for your exemption, stop the bleeding now, file, and start reaping the benefits in the years to come. Anyways, in the meantime, if there's anything I can do to help with your real estate related goals, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help. And until next week, that's Dre's Take. All right, y'all. Take care.